Assalamualaikum and good morning. My name is Zulairi Azad bin Azmi and I'm here to talk about example of network attack. For me, I need to explain 2 out of 5, which are Wannacry attack and Cryptolocker attack. So first of all, what is Wannacry attack? Wannacry is a ransomware cryptoworm type. So it also affected more than 200,000 computers across 150 countries. So from this you know that this Wannacry attack is big. So first of all, what is Wannacry? What is Wannacry attack? Is it dangerous or not? Wannacry ransomware, as known as Wannacry or Wannacry 2.0, knockout system at major hospitals, telecom, school, government, and other organizations, demanding $300 to $600 in Bitcoin to release each machine infected. Wannacry reached more than 150 countries in less than 5 days. Why is Wannacry ransomware different? We have seen a lot of crypto ransomware before. Wannacry follows the same model. First, a computer is infected with malware. Second, the malware encrypts the computer's file, rendering them useless to the user. Third, the malware demands a Bitcoin payment to decrypt the files, giving a deadline after which the file will be locked forever for chaos. But we have never seen ransomware spread like this before. Ransomware family like Cryptolocker, which is I will to explain further. Locky and Petya often spread through malicious emails, drive-by downloads, and other tactics that require the user to take action. Wannacry doesn't wait for a user to act. The initial infection on a network may occur via malicious email, but subsequent infections are automatically performed with firm techniques that find and attack new victims. Once a machine is infected with Wannacry, the malware scans connected the LANs and wants to find and attack other vulnerable hosts. Okay, so here, from what I've been talk about, I explain about how this Wannacry is work. This allows Wannacry to seize entire networks and even hop to others. This is how its infection rate shot off like a rocket. So, from this, how that this Wannacry can occur? Because there is a small problem for Microsoft, which are Eternal Blue. This vulnerability is present on all Windows machines that have not been updated since before March 2017. Wannacry used the Eternal Blue exploit to breach Windows machines. This exploit allegedly came from a cache of cyber weapons stolen from the US National Security Administration and released publicly on April 14. The exploit targets a vulnerability in Windows Server Message Block version 1, a legacy network file sharing protocol. Microsoft released a patch for this vulnerability on March 14. Who is vulnerable to Wannacry? So from here you know, all Windows machines that have not been patched since before March are vulnerable to a Wannacry ransomware infection. Without any interaction from the user, patched Windows system can be infected by other means such as clicking on a malicious email or opening a malicious attachment. So, why should you care about this ransomware? Imagine a usual day at work. Now imagine all the computer systems are down, all electronic files have been seized by a nasty computer virus that demands payment in Bitcoins, and you don't even know how to obtain Bitcoins. For you, the day could be tomorrow if you are not careful. Because if Wannacry attack your computers, your file, you need to pay them in Bitcoin so that you can open the file. If not, they will lock forever. So what should we do from an easy word mitigation of this ransomware? There's nothing, only one, which is you need to regularly update your Windows. That's all the main solution to this virus. The most ensure all Windows systems are patched and up to date. This includes Windows system on the other side of VPN tunnels. So that's all for Wannacry. Okay, so here I will continue about the second network attack. So here, Cryptolocker attack. What is Cryptolocker attack? Cryptolocker ransomware attack was a cyber attack using Cryptolocker ransomware that occurred from 5 September 2013 to late May 2014. The attack utilized a Trojan that targeted computers running Microsoft Windows. So here, as you can see in my slide, the type of this attack is ransomware. So it also affected 500,000 told to pay up within 72 hours or see the key to unscrambling their files is right. If not, they will not see the file. The file is lost forever. So I will explain further about the Cryptolocker. Cryptolocker is by now a well-known piece of malware that can be especially damaging for any data-driven organization. Once the code has been executed, it encrypts files on desktop and network shares and holds them for ransom, prompting any user that tries to open the file to pay a fee to decrypt them, such as prepaid vouchers such as Ucash or MoneyPark. For this reason, Cryptolocker and its variants have come to be known as ransomware. Malware like Cryptolocker can enter a protected network through many vectors including email, file sharing sites, and downloads. New variants have successfully eluded antivirus and firewall technologies, and it is reasonable to expect that more will continue to emerge that are able to bypass preventative measures. In addition to limiting the scope of what an infected host can corrupt through buttressing access control, detective and corrective controls are recommended as the next line of defense. So that is the tip to prevent all of this malware. So how this Cryptolocker work? Okay, when it first runs, the payload installs itself in the user profile folder and adds a key to register that cause it run on startup. It then attempts to contact one of several design, command and control server. Once connected, the server generates RSA key pair. The payload then encrypts the file across local hard drive or any file that have on the computer. Each file encrypted to a registry key. The process only encrypts data file registered with certain extensions, including Microsoft Office, Open Document, and other documents, pictures, and AutoCAD files. The payload displays a message informing the user that files have been encrypted. And once you want to decrypt the file, it demands a payment of 400 USD or an equivalent amount through prepaid cash voucher, which is already said just now, using MoneyPark or Ucash, or also can using Bitcoin to restore the file. If not, the file will lost forever. What it did, I already mentioned, which is it will encrypt the file, and when you want to decrypt the file, it will demand for a certain amount in a certain time. So in that time you need to pay the exact amount, and it will give you the decrypted key. If you don't pay the exact amount, your file will be lost forever. So from this, what can we do to prevent this Cryptolocker? There is so many ways to prevent this Cryptolocker, so I take just 2 out of so many ways. First, software restriction policies. With software restriction policies, you can prevent or control the execution of specific programs through group policies. This means you can block executable files from running in the user space areas that Cryptolocker used to launch the ransomware. So, from this, you can allow and disallow certain program to prevent the program to execute itself by itself. Second is use AppLocker. AppLocker is a third-party software. AppLocker works on Windows 7 Ultimate, Windows 8 Pro, and above. AppLocker is compatible with AppLocker. You can block program from running and prevent Cryptolocker ransomware infection, because AppLocker will know this is the malware. So that's all for me.
Hi, Assalamualaikum. Now, for my turn, I will talk about 3 more types of attack. Okay, for the first attack is I love you, or it is also known as love bug or love letter for you. The type of attack is worm. It begins to attack on 5 May 2000, and the computers and organizations affected is over 10 million Windows personal computer. Okay, how did it work and what it did? An email message with the subject line I love you and the attachment love letter for you .txt.vbs is spreaded. The I love you script was written in Microsoft Visual Basic Scripting, or VBS, which runs in Microsoft Outlook and was enabled by default. The script adds Windows registry data for automatic startup on system reboot. The worm will search connected drives and replace files with extensions JPEG, JPG, VBS, VBE, JS, JSE, CSS, WSH, SCT, DOC, HTA, MP2, and MP3 with copies of itself. However, MP3s and other sound-related files will be hidden rather than overwritten. And then, the worm propagates itself by sending out one copy of the payload to each entry in the Microsoft Outlook address book, also which is known as Windows address book. It also downloads the Baroque Trojan, renamed for the occasion as win-bugsfix.exe. The fact that the worm was written in VBS provided users a way to modify it. A user could easily modify the worm to replace important files in the system and destroy it. This allowed more than 25 variations of I love you to spread across the internet, each one doing different kind of damage. Okay, how did it mitigated? Okay, on 5 May 2000, 2 young Filipino programmers named Lionel Ramones and Onel de Guzman became targets of a criminal investigation by agents of the Philippines National Bureau of Investigation (NBI). Local internet service provider Sky Internet had reported receiving numerous contacts from European computer users alleging that malware in the form of the I love you worm had been sent via the ISP server. After surveillance and the investigation by Darun Bawasanta of Sky Internet, the NBI traced a frequently appearing telephone number to Ramones' apartment in Manila. His residence was searched, and Ramones was arrested and placed under investigation by the Department of Justice (DOJ). Onel de Guzman was also charged in absentia. At that point, the NBI was unsure that what variant of crime would apply. It was also charged in absentia. At that point, the NBI were unsure what felony and crime would apply. It was suggested they be charged with violating Republic Act 8484, the Access Device Regulation Act, a law designed mainly penalize credit card fraud since both use prepaid. The drawback here was that one of its elements, aside from damage to property, was intent to damage, and De Guzman had claimed during custodial investigations that he may unwittingly release the worm. Okay, second, the name of the attack is Melissa. The type of attack is microvirus, and the date of the attack is 26 March 1999. Computers and the organizations affected is Microsoft Word and Outlook-based system. The virus would infect computers via email. The email being titled Important Message. Upon clicking the message, the body would read, "Here's that document you asked for." Okay, the body of the email is something like this. "Here's that document you asked for. Don't show anyone else." Below this was a document titled list.doc. Okay, that's how the email looks like. When the user clicks it, many pornographic sites will open. It will then mail itself to the first 50 people in the user's contact list and then disable multiple safeguard features on Microsoft Word and Microsoft Outlook. So it is very dangerous virus. It is called macrovirus. How it is mitigated? Okay, on Friday, 26 March 1999, Melissa caused the Microsoft Corporation to shut down incoming email. Intel and other companies also reported being affected. The US Department of Defense funded Computer Emergency Response Team, CERT, issued a warning about the virus and developed a fix. So that's how Melissa is fixed. Okay, the last attack is named My Doom. The type of attack is worm, and the dates of attack is 26 January 2004, and it has affected Microsoft Windows. Okay, how did My Doom work? It spread by scraping email address from infected Windows computer and spread to victims' contact by sending a new version of itself as a malicious attachment. If the attachment was opened, the process will repeat and My Doom spread to more victims and roping them into a botnet that could perform distributed denial of service DOS attacks. Okay, what it has done? In 2004, it took down Google, preventing users from conducting web searches for most of the day. Other popular search engines of the time, including Yahoo, Lycos, and Alta Vista, also experienced slow performance as a result of the attack. Okay, the mitigation options is Message Labs. The email filtering firm blocked the virus 43,979,281 times in the 2 weeks since its first appearance in late January. At the height of the epidemic, 1 in 12 emails the firm scanned were viral. At the height of the Soviet pandemic last August, 1 in 17 emails scanned by Message Labs were viral. Message Labs has blocked 33 million copies of Sobig F. So My Doom A is the worst virus in terms of sheer weight of numbers too. So that's all my explanation on 3 virus attacks, which is I Love You, Melissa, and My Doom. So that's all from me. Thank you.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. So, this is some tools that we can use to identify the vulnerabilities on device on the network. First is OpenVS, or people call OpenVAS. OpenVS is open source vulnerability scanning software aimed at the Linux environments. They offer authenticated and unauthenticated testing. OpenVS is constantly updated to detect latest vulnerabilities with the Greenbaum Network Vulnerabilities Test public feeds, which include over 15,000 different vulnerabilities. It is good for the enterprise looking for affordable vulnerability scanning tools that for testing or defense for the network. OpenVAS is available for free. So let's jump to the OpenVAS interface. OpenVAS is the web-based interface. This is the dashboard for the OpenVAS interface. We have taskbar security class, taskbar status, MVT by security class, CVE by questions. So let's look to the task. So we we want to give a task to the OpenVAS. For example, we need to scan the metasploit, and the OpenVAS will scan the metasploit. And this is live demo. We don't have permission to the task. So after we scan the metasploit, we go to the result. So after the result come up, there are some statistic record for the scanning. For example, vulnerability, severity, quality of detection, IP, name, location, and decrypted. The quality of detection means that the proof of detection for the vulnerabilities. So that's all for the OpenVAS. Okay, next is our tools is Aquanatic. Aquanatic is the network security scanner and one of the top security auditing tools that can test over 50,000 network vulnerabilities. It discover issues like the open port, the leave your system open or being compromised. Scan result can be viewed to the dashboard with detail of severity of status vulnerabilities. The tools also test for weak password or database server, FTP, IMAP, SSH, POP3, SSH, Telnet, SOC, and more. The platform integrates with OpenVAS, and you can run scan automatically through the cloud-based user interface. Similarly, any issue you discover can be monitored with the external tools include Gitra, GitHub, and Microsoft TFS. The integration gives you the option to choose where you want to see the environment. Alternative if worse, a loop user who want to network auditing to the easy to navigate can integrate with other tools. The software offer 1 year's scanning free and is start by the price for this tool is start by 4,495 dollars for one per one antivirus website it can scan. It also can it also have the free trial for the. So this is the Acuity interface looks like. We have dashboard, targets, vulnerabilities, scans, reports, and settings. For the targets, for example, we need to scan the vulnerabilities on the target, for example, hacker.com. After we set up our target, the Aquanatic will scan instantly and the Aquanatic will proceed to crawling the sites, identifying all the pages, forms, and inputs. Aquanetics will then scan the pages and input will detect the vulnerabilities on that website. Okay, lastly, we can review the vulnerabilities when the Aquanatic complete the scan. So this is several vulnerabilities that captured by the Aquanatic. So that's all for the Aconity security network tools.
The network attack tools that I'm going to talk about, the first one is Metasploit. The developer of these tools is Rapid7 LLC. The user interface it using is web UI and have without GUI in Linux. It requires a computer host to run the tools. The cost for the Metasploit is available immediately for 15000 per name user per year and includes support with dedicated SLA provided by the Rapid7 staff. The features and the capabilities of this tool is running a penetration test with these tools allow to find vulnerabilities in our network from the perspective of the attacker. The Metasploit framework comes with a range of exploits with almost 500 different payloads can use to simulate the cyber attack. The tools offer plugins that can integrate with other monitoring services such as Nessus Pro and Nmap. For example, can import Nmap scans directly into Metasploit. The integration that are compatibility with these external services enable the software to work alongside other tools in our cybersecurity strategy. Metasploit is available as an open source or commercial tool. The commercial version include addition features like network discovery and a remote API. The minimum hardware requirement for this tool is 2 GHz processor, 8 GB of RAM recommended, 50 GB of disk space, and the OS is Windows Server 2008 and 2012, Microsoft Windows 10 and 8.1 and Windows 7. For the next network attack tools, I'm going to talk about is a SolarWinds Network Configuration and Manager. The developer of this tool is SolarWinds Inc. The UI also use Web UI and have without GUI in Linux. It also require a computer host to run the tools. The cost for these tools start at $2845 include the first year of maintenance. The features and the capabilities of these tools: it can deploy configuration device inside your network, can also review unauthorized or incorrect configuration. The network vulnerabilities scanning features monitors the network and automatically deploys firmware update to outdated devices. Through the dashboard, it can view range of data on status to view the state of our environment. For example, if there is a mixture of list and graph details everything from firmware vulnerabilities to policy violation, overall configuration changes, and more. There are also additional features like report and alerts. The reporting features enable to generate report on all network devices. Alerts notify about the configuration changes and provide additional details about the changes and the login ID behind the changes. If a change is not desirable, then can roll back to an archive copy. The SolarWinds Network Configuration Manager leverage network automation to make bulk configuration changes to wired and wireless device. This help us save time, reduce errors associated with manual update. It can be used the platform to design changes templates and create standardized configuration, or it can turn to its built-in workflow to review, approve, schedule, and push bulk configuration update across hundreds or even thousands of a device in a minute. Monitoring device configuration can help you avoid preventable network errors. SolarWinds Network Configuration Manager actively monitor device configuration and alert you to change, allowing you to fix many problems within a minute. The network automation tools is designed to help you discover when and where configuration changes occur, who make these changes, and which addition or deletion are made to a configuration. That's all from me.